Anything else? Evaporation?
No,
Evaporation? Bhumika, are you there? Are you there, Bhumika?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. So next, centrifugation. What is the next coming separation technique? Centrifugation. What do you mean by centrifugation, children? What do you mean by centrifugation? Centrifugation is nothing but if when we go with the colloidal solution, the colloidal solutions solute like particles are very small, which is easily separated by the filter paper. So we can't go with the filtration process with the colloidal solution. So in that sense, we can go with the centrifugation process. What do you mean by centrifugation? Means if the solute particles are very fine, which cannot be separated by filtration. So by using centrifugate or centrifuge machine, we can easily separate the solute particles with the solvent by continuous rotating. Understood? Continuous rotation so that solute particles can easily separate it. The best example I can give you is separation of cream from milk in the dairy. So in the dairies, when we go with the dairy thing, so that the solute particles the cream can easily separate it. But in our homes also, especially when your mother wants to separate the cream from milk or like a curd or the buttermilk or whatever it is. So what she'll do? She'll do this churning process. You know the churning? Churners at homes?
Yes,
Churning. So by complete with more rotations, there is a formation of layer on the surface. At the same way, we can find if it is heavier, they will be present at the bottom. If they are lighter, they spread on the surface of the liquid. Because cream is lighter, so it present on the surface of the milk or the buttermilk. Understood, children?
Ma'am, this process is also used to means blood test. In blood test, this process.
Even in the diagnosis center, if you go to the diagnosis center, if there is any impurities in the blood sample taken, first they'll go with the centrifugation. So after rapid rotations, like within 1 minute, it will go but 6,000 times that much fast it rotates. So when it rotates, what happened? So any impurities present in the blood sample, they'll be settled at the bottom. So they collect the impurities and they'll send it to the further diagnosis process. Understand? Yes or no?
Yes, ma'am.
So centrifugation is used to separate the what we can say like small sized particles by using centrifugation. That's centrifuge machine. And it is
also used to squeeze out water from the clothes.
In the washing machines. So when you go with the automatic washing machines, when you drop the wet clothes inside it and allow it for drying. So what happened? The water particles are settled in the blocks of the clothes. So this centrifugation squeezes the excess water present in the clothes. This centrifugation is used. This process is used to squeeze out the minute particles present inside the cloth. Understood? Yes or no? So this centrifuge machine consists of centrifugate tubes. They are like test tubes only. But the cavities present inside the centrifugation machines, they are in the even number. In order to balance it when it is rotated, so that when I place the sample at one cavity, the opposite cavity also consists of the sample or liquid, any liquid, or simply you can take water. Understood? Understood or not? Shall I show?
Yes.
It's like a pressure cooker only with a lid. This is an external appearance of the centrifuge. Like this is mechanically, and this is the switch. So you can go with that. Okay, it's an external view. What is the internal view? It consists of blocks or the cavities with the region members. Like this. So this cavity, we can see that if it is 3D effect, we can see the cavity. We can insert the centrifugate tube. This is called centrifugate tube. This centrifugate tube will take the samples and will insert it in this cavities of the blocks. So opposite to that, if I place this is a sample, I can take the sample or any other liquid, normal liquid, in order to balance it when it rotates. Okay, so this is a simple thing. We can go with the centrifugation. Now, what are the main uses of centrifugation process in order to separate cream from milk, especially used in dairy farms? Okay, in order to separate the components of milk. And one thing, and it is also used in medical fields like a diagnosis center in order to separate the impurities present in the blood samples or even in the urine samples also. Understood? And it is also used to separate or squeeze out the excess water present in the clothes, especially to squeeze out the water, and it is used in washing machines also. And these are the uses of centrifugation. And I want to show you a small video. Just observe the video so that you'll feel that it's lively to understand. So this centrifugation machines, we can find both electrically and even manually also. In some laboratories, we can find manually also. Okay. Centrifugation.
Ma'am, you can mute your mic.
Understood, children? Understood or not?
Yes, ma'am.
This is about the centrifugation. Okay, this is about the centrifugation. So evaporation is used to separate when solid is present inside the liquid. Centrifugation is used to separate when the solute particles are very, very small, which cannot be separated by using filtration process. In that consideration, we can use centrifugation process. And the third one is separating funnel. What is the third one? Separating funnel. What do you mean by separating funnel? What do you mean by separating funnel? In what sense will select this separation technique?
Ma'am, it is used to separate two immiscible liquids.
Definitely. Very good. So, separating funnel used to separate immiscible liquids. What are the two immiscible liquids?
Ma'am, the liquids that do not mix with each other.
Oil and water. We'll go with oil and water. When we go with oil and water, here oil is one phase and water is another phase. Oil and water, two different phases. So they are not completely mixed up, they are completely heterogeneous in nature. If we go the filtration process, both will pass through the filter paper. So even the centrifugation also not possible because both are in liquid state, and evaporation is also not possible. Why? Because both are having some boiling point. So definitely we go with the separating funnel. How the separating funnel looks like? For example, this is a separating funnel with a knob here, stopcock, and this is a lid. So when we have taken samples, here we get two phases. The heavier, you can say that the denser phase will be present at the bottom and the lighter phase present at the above layer. Two different phases. One is lighter phase and the other one is heavier phase. Here simply we can give that oil and this one is water. Yes or no? So in that point it is easy to separate. So when you have taken the what we can say separating funnel, clamp the separating funnel and leave it for a few minutes. So after leaving it, what you'll find, there is a complete two phases. They are completely separated by using this clamp. After some time, we can, by using the stop cock, if we allow the stop cock so that the water will separate it first and the leftover is nothing but oil. Oil. Okay, I want to show you the video. Just observe the video. Once again, I'm going to explain you in brief. We have discussed all the three separation techniques and we have dealt with the types of solutions, mixtures, pure and impure samples, different concepts we have discussed. If you have any doubts regarding with this separating funnel is used to separate two immiscible liquids, whether oils or any organic liquid with the like universal solvent like water, we can go with the separating funnel. So here three different separation techniques are there. No, have you any doubts regarding this? Any doubts? Any doubts, children?
No, ma'am.
No? So in the next coming sessions, we are going to discuss sublimation, chromatography, simple display form, fractional distillation, crystallization, along with to calculate the concentrations of the or mass percentages of the samples. Okay? Any doubts? No doubts, no?
No, ma'am.